Hi there, boys and girls. Ready for story time with Mr. Riddle? Today we're going to read the story One Tiny Turtle. It's written by Nicola Davies, illustrated by Jane Chapman. At the beginning it talks a little bit about turtles. Sea turtles are related to tortoises and terrapins. They are all reptiles. Sea turtles are great wanderers traveling thousands of miles each year, often far from land. This makes them difficult to study, so scientists are only just beginning to find out about their mysterious lives. There are 7 species of sea turtles, and this book is about the loggerhead turtles. Loggerhead turtles live in the seas all over the world. There's a picture of a little baby loggerhead turtle. All right. Far, far out to sea, land is only a memory, and empty sky touches the water. Just beneath the surface is a tangle of weeds and driftwood where tiny creatures cling. This is the nursery of sea turtles. A nursery is where the babies are at. Far out to sea. Passing in a boat, you might not notice Turtle. Not much bigger than a bottle cap. She hides in the green shadows. She's a baby, so her shell is soft as old leather. Just a little fish bite could rip it open. But the turtle is safe in her world of weed and snaps her beak on tiny crabs and shrimp. No bigger than a bottle cap. That's pretty small. Turtles have shells that cover their backs and shells that cover their stomachs. The shells are made from bony plates that get bigger and harder as the turtle grows. The turtle swims around, flapping her long flippers like wings. She's flying underwater. She pokes her pinprick nostrils through the silver surface to take a quick breath. So fast, if you blink, you'd miss it. Then she's gone, diving down into her secret life again. It says, fish breathe underwater, but turtles are reptiles, and they need to come up to the surface for air. They do this every 4 or 5 minutes when they are active. When they are asleep, they can stay underwater for hours. A long time. For 3 or 4 more years, the turtle rides out the storms and floats through the hot calms. Steadily, she outgrows her nursery. Nobody sees her leave. When you look for her, she has vanished all the same. She's gotten much bigger. Just like each of you. As you eat healthy food and exercise, and get plenty of rest. That's when your body's growing. You'll get bigger too. A year or two later, she turns up close to land, bigger than a dinner plate now. She's not a fish snack anymore, and her shell is hard as armor, and her head is tough like a helmet. She's grown into her name, Loggerhead. That's a strange name, Loggerhead. She has come to eat crabs. Millions of them swim up from deep water to breed in the shallows. Their shells crack as easily as hen's eggs in her heavy jaws. But in a week, the feast is over, and the loggerhead disappears again. Loggerhead wanders far and wide in search of food. In summer, to cool seaweed jungles where she finds juicy clams and shoals of shrimp. This is a forest of kelp and seaweed she swims through. In winter, she swims to turquoise lagoons, warm as a bath, where she can munch among corals. Loggerhead may travel thousands of miles, but she leaves no trace or track for you to follow. Only good luck we'll catch you a glimpse of her. For 30 years, you might not find her. Then one summer night, she arrives on the beach where she was born. She's found her way here, sensing north and south like a compass needle, feeling the current and the warmth of the waters. She remembers the taste of the water here and the sound of the surf. There she is, slowly crawling up out of water. It says male turtles wait just off the nesting beaches. They mate with their females, and the females come ashore to lay eggs. Loggerhead has grown in her wandering years. She's as big as a barrel now. Floating in the sea, she weighs nothing, but on land she's heavier than a man. So every flipper step is a struggle, and her eyes stream with the salty tears, which help keep them free of sand. Here it says, coming ashore is very risky for sea turtles. They can easily overheat and die, so they only nest at night or in cool weather. When they get back to the sea, then they get back to the sea as soon as possible. Loggerhead makes her nest where the sea won't reach. Scooping carefully with her hind flippers, she makes a deep hole. Inside she lays her eggs, like 100 squidgy ping pong balls. Afterwards, she covers them with sand to hide her nest from hungry mouths. So you're scooping out the sand, covering it back up. Pages are stuck. Sorry. Then Loggerhead is gone again, back to her secret life. Left behind under the sand, her eggs stay deep and safe. Baby turtles grow inside, and before the summer's over, they will wriggle from their shells. It says females stay close to the nesting beach for several months. In that time, they usually make at least 4 nests, and sometimes as many as 10. 10 different nests. Turtle eggs in warm sand can be ready to hatch in just 6 weeks. If the sand is cool, they can take 3 weeks, up to 3 weeks longer. Sea turtles are one of my favorites. Above them, on the beach, 100 eyes watch, on the lookout for a meal. So the hatchlings wait until night. Then they burst through the sand and skitter toward the sea. Gotta go fast. Hurry, hurry. It says the horizon where the sea meets the sky tells baby turtles which way to turn to get to the water. Streetlights and buildings next to the beach can confuse them and make them go the wrong way. In the dark, claws and beaks and grabbing paws miss only one young turtle. One day she'll remember this beach and she'll come back. But now she dives under the waves and swims, swims, and swims out into the arms of the ocean, far, far out to sea. Land becomes just a memory, waiting to wake in the head of the little turtle. Turtle had to crawl all that way. And swim, swim. The end. I hope you enjoyed our story, One Tiny Turtle, by Nicola Davies, illustrated by Jane Chapman.